Yes. So now I am removing this declaration. Okay. So then again, so we will get the assignment to constant variable. This is fine. Okay. So then I am removing this one. So then everything is working fine. Okay. For suppose what is this mean? So we cannot change this array. Okay. So either elements or we cannot add or we cannot remove anything. So but when it comes to the array constant, so for suppose I have a pop push method, right? I have a push method. So then so constant, sorry, not constant. So my underscore array dot push. Okay. So so I'm trying to insert so another element inside of this one. So then when I try to print this one, so document dot so get element by ID. So then here we are having what is ID result dot inner HTML equal to my array. Okay. So I am appending 500 here. Okay. So then now you can see. So is the new array element is inserted or not? So that means so we are trying to modify that array. We are we are trying to modify that one. So yes, it is successfully modified. So then again I am trying to remove my underscore arr dot pop. Pop is the returns the pop is the removes the element whatever element is having the last. All right. Okay. So then again I am printing this one. So now you can see it removes the 500. So if you can use the shift method, shift method. So what it is saying, it removes the first first element, right? So what is the reason why we are trying to defining this constant? So we cannot change that value. So whenever it is required, so we can use that value. We can use that constant. Okay. So in arrays concept, so we cannot define array as a constant. Okay. So there is no meaning because of it is allowing to insert the values. It is allowing to delete the values. So that's why there is no use if we can define the constant. Okay, it works as a let variable and var keyword. Okay, so that is what here we are trying to say. Okay, so then so here it is, right? So this is the one. So then arrays are not constants. So the keyword constant is a little misleading. It does not define a constant array. It defines the constant reference to the to an array. Because of this, so we can still change the elements of constant in constant array. We can still change and remove the array elements. Okay, so that's why so there is no use if you can define as a constant. Okay, so constant block scope. So the array declared with a constant has a block scope, and array declared in a block is not same as array declared outside of the block. Okay, so it is a block scope only. Constant is a block scope only. So but so outside we are trying to modify that one. Okay, we are trying to modify that one. Clear? So these are the array methods. So what we are trying to discuss in the array for each. So then map. So the next one is the filter. So then find. So the next one find index and reduce right. So then every and sum. Then index of last index of keys and entries. Okay. So then constants. Clear? So these are the arrays concept. Okay, so these are the arrays concept. So the next one is the callback methods. Callback methods. So this is a separate. Now strings concept is completed, numbers concept is completed, arrays concept is completed. So we are having only few methods, few default methods and objects concepts we are having. Okay, so a callback is a function passed as an argument to the another function. So this technique allows a function to call another function. So that means, so for suppose whenever we are trying to define, so we have completed the functions concept, right? So whenever we are trying to calling a function 5060.html, okay, I have a function, okay, my function. So then, okay, let's a equal to 10 and let's b equal to 20. Okay, so then document that get elements by id so then a plus b, right? Result equal to dot inner html equal to so a plus b. Okay, so we are adding these two. So this way we are creating the function. Then so we have to call this function, right? So my function, so then result will appear. So this is a normal functions. This is a normal function. So we have to call that function. So whenever if we want to call another function, then we have to define that function. Then we have to call manually in this way. We have to call manually in this way. Okay. So coming to callback methods, a callback is a function pass an argument to the another function. So how we can pass the arguments here? So for suppose if you want to pass a, so a equal to b, so then here we are trying to pass the 20 comma 50. So this way we are calling, right? Okay. Identifier a has already declared. Okay, so then, so this way we are passing the argument. So then in the callback method, so we can pass we can pass an argument. So my callback. So this is a method. So this way is calling. So we are calling another function called my callback. So this is calling. So we are calling the my callback is a another function. This way is calling the callback methods. So we are calling the methods. We are calling the functions as a function argument. A callback is a function passed as an argument to the another function. We are passing so that function as a another argument. This technique allows a function to call another function. The callback function can run after another function has finished. After another function has finished, right? So we will see. So this is normal function call. So this is normal function calling. So here, for suppose if you want to call them, here we are declaring the values. So then, so let res equal to res result res equal to so a plus b. Okay, so a plus b. So then I am calling another function. So my result equal to my result of so res I am passing result I am passing here. Okay, so then I am defining another function here. So another function here function my result. So then document dot get element by id. So result of, so I am passing this arrays. Okay, so I am passing this arrays are total. Okay, so this way we can print this one. So whenever we are calling this function, so it will go to the, it will go to the, it will go to the, so this function. So from inside this function, we are calling another function. So then this will be, this is the way to print the output. Okay, so nothing is happening. Okay, so then if we can change this one, 30, 30, we will change the output 80. Okay, so then this is a normal function calling. This is a normal function calling. So but callback method, callback method. So now we are calling the, now we are calling the method as a function as an argument, function as an argument. Okay, so now you can see. So this is my function. Okay, I am calling this one. Okay, so this function calling as an argument. Okay, I am passing to my callback. Okay, so then here I am calling my callback. But then my callback is not a function. Where is it at? Okay. Sorry, sorry. This is my result, right? My result. Okay, so what will happen? So what is the difference between this one and previous one? What is the difference between this one, this one? So I am not at all calling this function directly anyway. I am not at all calling. Okay, so here I am passing this function as an argument. This function as an argument only. Okay, I am passing this function as an argument. So when I am trying to calling this function, okay, so once it is completed, once this function is completed, once this function is completed, it is immediately calling this function. So that process is called the callback functions, callback process. Okay, so no need to call separately again. So if we can pass the function as an argument, so that that function, that process is called a callback method, callbacks. Okay, so in the example above, my display is the name of the function. So here also, see, so this my result is a name of the function. So then it passes to the argument as a my function, my function. Okay, so we are passing my result as a argument and passing to the my function, right? So then when you pass the function as an argument, remember not to use any parenthesis. Okay, so basically we are calling functions this way, right? So this is not the process of callbacks. Okay, so if you want to pass any callback, if you want to pass any callback, so we have to call without parenthesis. Okay, without parenthesis. Clear? So this is the process of callback methods. Okay, so the next concept is the asynchronous. So asynchronous JavaScript, asynchronous code allows the program to be executed immediately where the synchronous code will block further execution of remaining code until it finishes the current one. So basically what is the asynchronous mean? So if you can ask the function to wait certain time because of, so previous function is executing, so that's why we are waiting this function sometime. So this process is called the asynchronous. Asynchronous code allows the program, asynchronous code allows to be executed immediately where the synchronous code will block further execution of the remaining code until it finishes the current one. Okay, so we are trying to wait some time, certain time. Okay, so whatever the asynchronous code. Okay, so first we are trying to execute the synchronous blocks. So then after that we are trying to execute these asynchronous methods. Okay, so then for that we are having a method called set timeout to wait certain time. For suppose if you want to call a function after some time, so we are having a function called set timeout. We are having a function called set timeout. Okay, so the set timeout. So we are trying to wait certain time. So this process is called the asynchronous process. JavaScript asynchronous. Okay, JavaScript asynchronous. So what we are trying to happen here? So set a timeout. 61.html. This is callback. Okay, so this one is set a timeout function, my function. So then, so this function we are calling, this function we are calling after certain time. See this one, set timeout function we are calling my function. So where we are having my function, so we are printing, so welcome to JavaScript. We are printing welcome to JavaScript. So when we are trying to print, so after 3 seconds, after 3 seconds, for suppose document dot write welcome to UI training. Okay, so now see, so this statement will execute when we call this function. Okay, now you can see 61.html. After 3 seconds it is called. Welcome to UI training cannot set properties null in the inner HTML. So what happened? Wrap my string. Value is coming, right? My function, my string we are passing. So then what happened? Value is not defined. Value document dot get element by id. Sorry, there it is. Okay, so here it is. So previously, so we don't have demo id, so that's why. Okay, so then you can pass the string dynamically to this one also. Okay, now you can see. We are waiting certain time, so we are asking to wait certain time. After 3 seconds, we are calling this function. After 3 seconds, so we are calling this function. So this is completely one single statement only. Okay, set a time of function my function. So we are calling this function after 3 seconds. After 3 seconds, we are calling this function. So this is the asynchronous. This is the asynchronous. Clear? Clear? So then remaining things we can see tomorrow. So we already discussed this one. So date, digital date display. Okay. So we can see again tomorrow. Clear? So thank you. Then we'll connect tomorrow.